All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to tackle a huge and, honestly, a pretty dangerous idea. The belief that all the Earth's resources are just free for the taking. We're going to see how this one little mistake has created a massive global crisis, and, more importantly, what we can do about it. So, let's get into it.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Do you think that resources, the water we drink, the minerals we pull from the ground, the forests, are they just free gifts, just sitting there, waiting for us? For the longest time, that's exactly what most people thought.
But here's the thing. That assumption, it's just plain wrong. And acting like it's true has led us to use our planet's gifts without any thought, creating enormous problems that, frankly, we're all facing right now.
So, first things first, let's really pull apart this whole free gift myth. And to do that, we got to be crystal clear on what we're even talking about. Okay, now check this out, because this is really interesting. A resource isn't just something that exists in nature. Look at those three conditions. It has to be technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable. That's huge. It means a resource isn't just a thing. It's a potential that we have to unlock. And this shows you exactly how it works. Think of it like a three-step dance. Nature provides the raw stuff, right? But then our technology has to step in to let us actually get to it and use it. And then our institutions, our economies, our governments, they organize the whole party to develop and spread it around. It's a completely interactive process.
And here is the absolute key takeaway. Resources aren't just found, they are made. And guess who the main ingredient is? Us, human beings. We are the essential component that transforms raw material into a resource. We play an active role, not a passive one.
And because we got our role in this so wrong, because we've been acting like shoppers in a supermarket where everything is free, we've put our entire planet in some serious danger.
The fallout from this free gift mistake basically falls into three big buckets. First, we're just burning through resources to satisfy the greed of a very small number of people. Second, this has caused a massive pileup of wealth in very few hands. And third, it's kicked off huge ecological crises. Global warming, pollution, you name it.
And that second point, man, when you see it visually, it's just stark. This division of resources has created this world of haves and have-nots, and it's a deep, deep rift that's causing instability everywhere.
Mahatma Gandhi absolutely nailed it when he said, "There is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed." That just says it all, doesn't it? It tells us the problem isn't really scarcity, it's about distribution and just completely unchecked greed.
Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. So what do we do about it? Well, the good news is, for decades now, some of the smartest people on the planet have been working on a powerful alternative.
It's this idea called sustainable development. And it sounds fancy, but the concept is actually simple and kind of revolutionary. It just means we should meet our own needs without trashing the planet for our kids and grandkids. It's all about balancing progress with just being responsible.
And look, this isn't some new trend. This conversation got serious way back in 1968. Then, a huge moment came in 1987 with the Brundtland Report, which gave us that official definition. And all of that led up to the massive, historic Rio Earth Summit in 1992.
And the big thing to come out of that summit was something called Agenda 21. Think of it as a global blueprint for being sustainable. But here was the truly brilliant part. It called on every single local government, every town, every city, to create its own local plan. That's how you make a global vision a local reality.
So, to see how this all works on the ground, let's zoom in on a real-world example. We're going to look at a case study of land and soil resources in India to make all these big ideas a bit more concrete. Okay, let's set the scene. If we wind the clock back to around 1960, about 45% of India's land was being used for farming. Forest cover, that was sitting at just over 18%. That's our baseline.
Now let's jump forward about 60 years. What do we see? Well, the amount of farmland has pretty much stayed the same. Forest cover has gone up a little, which is good, but it's still way below the 33% target that's needed for ecological balance. So what's going on? Why so little change? A huge piece of the puzzle is land degradation. Human activities are taking a massive toll. In states like Jharkhand, mining has caused incredible deforestation. In places like Gujarat and Rajasthan, overgrazing is a major issue. And in farming powerhouses like Punjab, over-irrigation is actually making the soil too salty to grow anything.
But we actually know how to fix these things. There are proven solutions.
Some are ancient, like contour plowing and terrace farming, which are amazing at stopping soil from washing away on hills. And things like strip cropping or planting rows of trees as shelter belts are super effective at stopping wind erosion. These are practical things that really work.
And all of this brings us right back to the big picture and our part in shaping what comes next.
See, at the end of the day, the solutions aren't just technical. They're about how we think. Our future really depends on us making a fundamental shift, a move away from that free gift mindset of just irrational consumption toward a culture of conscious conservation.
And again, Gandhiji saw this coming decades ago. He said the root cause of all this depletion was a combination of two things: greedy and selfish people, and the exploitative power of modern technology when it's used without any wisdom or foresight.
So, we end right where we started. Resources are not free gifts. They are a function of human activity. We are the essential component. So the question isn't, what can we get from the earth? The real question we all have to answer is, what future will we choose to build?